ex-casino employees are breaking their silence, claiming you can spot slot machines that almost never pay in just 10 seconds. Behind the flashing lights, industry data proves certain games, like branded hits and crowd pleasers, disguise low payouts with psychological tricks and near-miss spins that silently drain wallets. The official story says it's all random, but the numbers tell a different tale. Want to know which signals expose the worst offenders before you lose $1? Branded slot machines are the first warning sign. Wheel of Fortune, Game of Thrones, Sex and the City. These titles pay for their famous names by cutting player returns. Industry records show branded cabinets often run at 85 to 88% RTP, meaning for every $100 wagered, only $85 to $88 come back over time. That's lower than most classic or unbranded slots, and the difference adds up fast. High volatility crowd favorites are next on the list. Buffalo Gold, Lightning Link, Dragon Link. These games are engineered for rare, headline-grabbing jackpots, but deliver mostly small, forgettable wins. The math is simple. Buffalo Gold's bonus round triggers about once every 150 spins, and most of those bonuses return less than 50 times the bet. Lightning Link's hold and spin feature hits roughly once every 80 to 100 spins, with typical payouts in the 8 to 15 times range. The big wins are so rare that most players never see them. Watch for near-miss visuals. These machines love to show you almost landing the bonus, 2 out of 3 coins, or just one symbol short of a feature. It's not luck. It's a program designed to keep you chasing, confirmed by maintenance logs and internal patents. The more you see almost wins, the longer you're likely to play, even though the odds never improve. Losses disguised as wins are everywhere on modern slots. The machine lights up, music plays, and the screen flashes, even when your payout is less than your bet. Sex and the City slots, for example, celebrate over 40% of spins as wins, but most are actually losses in disguise. This tricks the brain into feeling successful while the balance keeps dropping. Gamble up bonus tiers are another trap. Games like Wheel of Fortune, Triple Extreme Spin, or new progressive titles offer a chance to upgrade your bonus from bronze to silver or gold. But the odds of actually winning the upgrade are stacked against you. Most players end up forfeiting what little they won, chasing a bonus that almost never lands. Progressive pit games lure players with the promise of a life-changing jackpot. 88 Fortunes, Panda Magic, and similar titles feature mini, minor, major, and grand progressives. The grand is the headline, but internal audits and player logs show more than 96% of picks result in the lowest mini or minor prize. Each spin is independent. The odds don't improve the longer you play. Finally, beware of more frequent features banners. Machines that advertise constant bonuses or extra features often pay out less per feature and hold more for the casino. Panda Magic and Tiki Fire are examples. Bonus rounds come quickly, but most wins are small, and the base game RTP drops. Frequent excitement, but less money back. Spot these 7 red flags: branded cabinets, high volatility crowd favorites, near-miss visuals, LDW celebrations, gamble up tiers, progressive pick games, and frequent feature variants, and you'll avoid the worst payout traps on the floor. The checklist is simple, but it's built on hard numbers and insider evidence. Memorize these cues, and you can walk past money-draining machines in seconds. Casino floors are mapped for maximum extraction. High-hold machines dominate the ends of aisles and anchor the busiest walkways, right at eye level. These are not random placements. Operations staff track foot traffic and heat maps, reserving prime locations for slots with the lowest returns and the flashiest features. The logic is simple: more eyes, more play, more profit for the house. Cabinet design amplifies the lure. Towers of glass, oversized branded logos, and animated jackpot counters are built to catch attention from across the room. Pulsing LED strips and spinning light arrays create a sense of motion and urgency, drawing players in even before they read the pay table. The spectacle is deliberate. A towering Wheel of Fortune or Lightning Link, with its giant progressive board and shimmering art, signals opportunity but hides the true odds. Audio is engineered for impact. Speaker arrays blast multi-layered soundtracks and jackpot jingles at volumes that cut through the casino's background hum. The smallest win triggers a celebration. Bells, coin drops, even voiceovers, regardless of whether the payout covers the bet. Every sound is tuned to keep players engaged, masking the reality of constant small losses. Signage and banners push the promise of excitement. More features, or bonus every X minutes, appears in bold print above cabinets, while jackpot totals tick upward in real time. These banners highlight action, not actual payout rates. Industry memos confirm that such signs are used to drive session length and repeat play, not to advertise fair odds. Physical evidence of heavy play is easy to spot. On high-hold machines, the main bet and spin buttons are often worn smooth and shiny from constant use. Labels like Gamble or Risk stand out in bright colors, inviting players to double down or chase upgrades. Technicians say these worn controls are the fingerprints of a machine that drains wallets day after day. Accessing real payout information is another obstacle. On most modern slots, the pay table or help screen is buried several layers deep. It can take 4 or 5 button presses to find the RTP, if it's listed at all. Some cabinets never display it on the main screen. This interface design is not accidental. Internal design documents and ex-staff testimony confirm that making payout info hard to find keeps players focused on features and spectacle, not on the math. The sum of these tactics, strategic placement, sensory overload, hidden odds, and physical cues, forms a system designed to maximize time on device and minimize player returns. Every element, from flashing lights to menu depth, is crafted to keep the worst-paying machines busy and profitable. Spotting these design choices in real time gives players a fighting chance to walk past the traps, not into them. Frank's story begins with a quarter-denomination Wheel of Fortune machine tucked near the main walkway. Over 2 years, his Tito tickets and loyalty logs show nearly $40,000 fed into that single cabinet. The numbers don't lie. The machine's published RTP hovers between 86 and 88%, well below the casino average. For every $100 Frank wagered, he got back 86 to 88, and the gap only widened with time. Bonus rounds were no relief. On this model, the wheel bonus triggers about once every 300 spins. Most of Frank's bonuses paid out between 20 and 30 times his bet, rarely enough to cover the cost of chasing them. The math is unforgiving. At 75 cents per spin, it takes roughly $225 to reach a bonus that might return $20. Frank called it a retirement fund killer. Buffalo Gold draws crowds with the promise of stampeding jackpots, but the reality is a grind. Bonus features hit about once every 150 spins, according to slot tech audits and player logs. Most of these bonuses fall under 50 times the bet, hardly the windfall players imagine. The rare super bonus, paying out 300 to 500 times the wager, is so infrequent it barely registers in months of play. Ex-casino employees confirm that the volatility is by design. The game's high variance stretches losing streaks, keeping players locked in for the chance at a big break that almost never arrives. One technician described Buffalo Gold's appeal as hope on a string, lots of action, little reward. Lightning Link's Happy Lantern variant takes psychological engineering a step further. The hold and spin feature is the main attraction, triggering about once every 80 to 100 spins. But the typical payout for hold and spin lands between 8 and 15 times the bet, enough to keep players engaged, but rarely enough to climb out of the hole. Near-miss animations are relentless. Maintenance logs and internal memos confirm these visuals are programmed to maximize time on device. One anonymous slot tech summed it up. You'll see 5 lanterns drop, then the 6th just above or below the reel. Feels like you just missed by a hair, but the outcome was set when you hit spin. The evidence from Frank's Wheel of Fortune sessions, the dry bonus math of Buffalo Gold, and the relentless near misses on Lightning Link all point to the same reality. Branded cabinets cut payback to offset licensing costs. High volatility favorites offer rare, headline-making jackpots, but drain balances with long stretches of small or empty returns. Near-miss heavy games use visual tricks to keep players chasing, even when the odds never change. These patterns aren't rumors. They're confirmed by payout records, technician testimony, and the machine's own help screens. Spotting these traits is the first step to walking past the worst payout traps on the floor. Sex and the City slots illustrate how losses disguised as wins distort reality for players. During a bachelorette weekend, a group split $2,000 across neighboring machines. The room filled with cheers and flashing lights as each spin delivered some kind of celebration, but the numbers told a different story. Over 40% of these wins returned less than the original bet. 40 cents on a 60-cent spin, 30 on a 50. The machine's soundtrack and animations made every minor payout feel like a step forward, even as the group's balance drained steadily towards zero. By the end of the night, the session logs showed a net loss of nearly $1,800, but the players remembered a night of constant winning. Gamble up bonus tiers promise a shot at something bigger, but the odds are rarely in the player's favor. Wheel of Fortune Triple Extreme Spin is a prime example. The bonus triggers on 3 symbols, usually every 120 to 150 spins. But the real trap comes after. Players are given the option to risk their bonus for a chance to upgrade from bronze to silver or gold. Product support staff confirm that the vast majority of gamble up attempts end in failure, wiping out the original win. Most bonuses settle in the 12 to 40 times bet range, with only a tiny fraction reaching higher. The machine's help screen touts the possibility of 10,000 times your bet, but actual payouts almost never approach that mark. Most players leave with less than they started, having traded a sure win for a fleeting shot at something bigger. Progressive pick games like 88 Fortunes are engineered for the chase. Tony, a regular weekend player, spent years pursuing the grand jackpot on a penny denomination machine. Over time, casino loyalty logs tracked nearly $300,000 in coin-in, but the grand never hit. Technicians and internal audits confirm the math. More than 96% of progressive picks result in the lowest mini or minor prizes. The chance of hitting the grand, less than 1 in 10,000 picks, remains out of reach for almost everyone. The progressive feature triggers about once every 150 spins, but each spin is independent. No amount of play increases the odds, and the base game RTP for penny versions hovers between 89 and 93%. Higher bets unlock eligibility for bigger prizes, but they don't improve the odds per spin. For Tony, the progressive chase ended with financial loss and regret, not a jackpot. Frequent feature machines like Panda Magic and Tiki Fire keep players engaged with constant bonus rounds, but the excitement comes at a cost. The hold and spin feature typically triggers every 80 to 100 spins, but most payouts fall between 8 and 15 times the bet. The base game RTP for these penny machines sits in the 88 to 91% range, lower than the casino average. The features come quickly, but the wins are small, and the real profit flows to the house. Ex-technicians describe these games as action-packed but draining, designed to keep players spinning longer without meaningful returns. Every one of these machines relies on a different psychological hook: celebrating losses, tempting upgrades, dangling jackpots, or promising constant action. The numbers beneath the surface tell a clear story. Recognizing these traits in real time is the key to avoiding the worst payout traps and protecting your bankroll. 15 seconds is all it takes to spot a money-draining slot. Start by pressing the menu or Help button, sometimes labeled with a question mark or 3 lines. If the pay table or RTP isn't visible within 2 or 3 taps, that's your first warning. Many low-return machines bury payout info deep in submenus or leave it out entirely. Next, scan the screen for any sign of gamble up options or bonus tiers. Words like bronze, silver, or gold usually mean you'll be tempted to risk winnings for an upgrade, but the odds are rarely in your favor. If you see a gamble or risk button flashing, that's another red flag. Now, spin once or watch someone else play. Pay close attention to the sound and visuals. If the machine celebrates a win that's smaller than your bet, cheers, lights, and music for a 50-cent return on a 60-cent spin, you're looking at a loss disguised as a win. These false celebrations are built to keep you spinning. Also, watch for near-miss animations, reels that stop just short of a bonus, or show 2 out of 3 symbols needed for a feature. That's not luck. It's deliberate design to keep you chasing. If you spot any of these cues, hidden paytables, gamble up features, LDW celebrations, or near-miss patterns, walk away. These signs add up to lower returns and longer losing streaks. Quick checks like these let you avoid the worst traps and protect your bankroll, all before you commit a single dollar. Protecting your bankroll starts before you press spin. Set a stop-loss limit, a fixed dollar amount you're willing to lose, and stick to it no matter how close you feel to a bonus or jackpot. Time box your session. Decide in advance how long you'll play and walk away when the timer runs out, even if you're ahead or chasing a feature. Never gamble with bonus winnings. When a machine offers to let you risk a bonus for a chance at an upgrade, take the payout and move on. The odds are stacked against you, and most upgrades end in forfeited wins. Avoid progressive chases. Each spin on a progressive slot is independent, and the odds of hitting a grand or major jackpot don't improve with more play. Chasing the top prize drains balances over time. After a decent bonus or a modest win, cash out and leave. Machines are programmed to recoup payouts over the long run, and walking after a good hit is one of the few ways to lock in profit. Responsible gambling isn't just a slogan. It's a survival skill in modern casinos. Every rule here is rooted in industry math, not superstition. The most effective defense against engineered losses is a clear plan and the discipline to follow it. Play for entertainment, never for recovery. And remember, exact settings vary by casino and jurisdiction. When in doubt, walk away. Educational entertainment. Play responsibly. In dozens of documented cases, branded slot machines like Wheel of Fortune have posted RTP rates as low as 86%, far beneath the floor average. Across 7 game types, our investigation confirmed. Licensed themes, high volatility, near-miss reels, and LDW effects consistently signal lower returns and prolonged losses. Yet, the exact payout algorithms and real-time settings remain classified by both manufacturers and regulators. While regulatory memos from 2017 acknowledged concerns about these tactics, no uniform disclosure rules exist today. This means many players still face hidden odds, with only a handful of jurisdictions requiring visible RTP listings. The evidence is clear: visible design choices, branded cabinets, escalating bonus ladders, and progressive chases correlate with higher casino hold and lower player wins. Until full transparency is mandated, the safest play is to use the field test, follow stop-loss habits, and avoid machines matching these red flags. The facts show the best defense is informed vigilance.